Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com. Not many businesses can say they've made it 60 years, but Madsen's Bowling and Billiards can. With 12 bowling lanes and the biggest pool room in Nebraska, where else would you go to enjoy an afternoon or evening? There's a great daily specials like $2 Tuesdays, games of bowling, shoe rentals, draft beers, and tacos, all just $2 each. Have a delicious burger at EJ's Lounge before or after your bowling or pool session, and you'll leave satisfied. Madsen's Bowling and Billiards at 47th and Dudley.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
Gary with Gary Michaels Clothiers Lincoln. I'm here to tell you about our custom shirt program. When you come into the store, we measure your chest, mid-waist, and sleeve length. Enter the measurements in an app, and we create your data fit size. You then try on one of our 99 data fit shirts for the proper fit. After that, pick out the fabric, collar, cuff, placket, and in roughly 2 weeks, your shirts are delivered at the same cost of buying off the rack. And by the way, the neck fits too. Gary Michaels Custom Shirts at 56th and Pine Lake Road, Lincoln.
Looking for a job that feels like family? Join Lincoln Industries, where tradition meets innovation. They're a family-owned, privately held manufacturing company with a passion for excellence and a commitment to their community. They have openings on all shifts at both the main plant and air park facilities, offering flexibility to fit your schedule. Whether you're a seasoned professional or just starting out, there's a place for you there. At Lincoln Industries, they invest in their people's success, providing opportunities for growth and advancement. Apply now and become a part of something special at Lincoln Industries.
I'm Dave Osted. And I'm Ryan Osted. Every golfer will get value from being custom fit. The truth is, the higher handicappers will get more value from being custom fit than the low handicappers.
It's changed so much since my dad started the business in 1963. We now have hundreds of thousands of dollars in technology, and we know exactly what the spin rate is, what the launch angle is. We encourage you to bring your current clubs in now, and we can compare it. And guys walk out of the store knowing with the purchase they just made, they're going to give them 21 more yards off the tee box. Play better, have fun, and shop Osted's.
The need in our community, if you just look at the numbers, it's frightening. We're serving over 1,000 kids every day. With the passion of our people, I really feel like our potential to be of even greater service to kids and families who are struggling is just unlimited. But in order to have the greatest impact, we need all the help we can get from the community.
Spring is here, and Acres is offering special financing on select new John Deere lawn tractors and zero-turn mowers. Visit your nearest Acres store and test drive all the latest John Deere turf equipment and attachments. And for a limited time, with the purchase of a new John Deere mower, get up to $200 to apply to the steel power tool of your choice. From trimmers to chainsaws, gas or electric, Acres is your home for steel products and service. Offer expires April 30, 2024. Subject to approved credit by John Deere Financial.
For over 15 years, Integrated Life Choices has empowered individuals with disabilities in Lincoln and throughout Nebraska. They provide comprehensive services from group homes and independent living services to job training, ensuring fulfilling lives for those that they serve. Now, they're inviting you to join their mission. If you're passionate about making a difference in the lives of people with developmental disabilities, explore rewarding career opportunities with them. Learn more about their services and apply today at www.ilc.net. Be a part of Integrated Life Choices, where your work truly changes lives.
The University of Nebraska Rodeo Association is excited to announce the 2024 Nebraska Cornhusker College Rodeo. Come on out to the Sandhills Global Event Center May 3rd and 4th. Cheer on your University of Nebraska Rodeo team as they take on teams from all across the Great Plains region. Friday is college night, and Saturday afternoon kids attend free with purchase of adult general admission ticket at the door. Advance tickets on sale now at sandhillsglobaleventcenter.org. Tickets also available at the Fort South 56th in Lincoln. Don't miss the Nebraska Cornhusker College Rodeo May 3rd and 4th.
Ironhide Construction is hiring. They're looking for hardworking, self-motivated individuals who are team players. Ironhide Construction has openings for an experienced project manager, estimator, apprentice, skilled laborer, and erector or installer. They will train the right people and make sure you understand the position and requirements. At Ironhide Construction, it's own it, be honest, and do it right. Apply today and learn more about their other benefits at ironhideconstruction.com, where they're committed to you every step of the way.
Welcome to The Drive with A.D. Raff and Ahman Green. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska eSports coach, Ahman Green.
Look at Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Brought to you by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Thursday. It's NFL Draft Thursday, and this first hour is proudly sponsored by Sandhills Global. Sandhills Global is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Career and internship opportunities are available at the global headquarters in Lincoln. Apply today at sandhills.jobs. Got it. Boom. It's like Christmas morning.
It is, man, depending on where you fall out in the draft.
You're going to get some presents.
Somebody's going to get some coal.
And I am a Broncos fan, to everybody listening. I am a Broncos fan.
Sanderson said, good morning, Sanders. He goes, that's not superstition. That's some kind of illogical mental issue. Tommy says, so Raff is saying we shouldn't wear Raff Roadies gear.
Oh, no. You wear those shirts. I will be donning those. Those shirts.
Fred Not Hoiberg, this is pretty cool. Raff is so superstitious that he names his local football team Crush. When he was a coach for the, was it Lincoln Crush?
Capital City Crush. I did not name that team, actually. I know a lot of people think because my allegiance to the Broncos that I was the one that named that team, but I did not name them.
Who owned that team back then?
I owned them, but I did not name them.
Okay. Then we got Downtown Scott. This is a Broncos shirt. It's 7 years of bad luck, like breaking a mirror. Unknown texter 5928 says Raff's Broncos obsession is unmatched.
Thank you, 5928.
And 1097 texter, good morning to you, goes, you were just wrong, Raff. Based off the logic, the Broncos should have won a Super Bowl every year for 30 years. What you do does not matter.
Well, I haven't worn them, or I have not worn a Broncos shirt.
I think you're confused now, bro.
20 years. It's been 20 years. Me. Because Elway retired in 99, so 2000 I wore this shirt.
How does this make sense to me, man?
So 24 years, only won one Super Bowl. But I did not wear. I only wore one Broncos shirt, and that was only in 2000. But prior to that, I hadn't worn a Broncos shirt since '89. So I got two Super Bowls.
I don't think I'm talking about the TV screen up there.
Oh yeah, no, you're good.
I don't
That's not too bad. No.
I don't wear Steelers gear, as you know, Raff. I don't wear it a lot, but on game day, I definitely have my Steelers gear on.
Well, you're known for standing in front of your Steelers flag and saying, "Oh, Pittsburgh Steelers, win for me," or something like that.
Think about it. I don't remember what I sung. I just made it up.
And it was like two verses, and I was just like, "Is that?" Oh, no, I just made it up as I was going along. I was like, all right.
I have no idea. We have it on. I will have to find it somewhere. But Pittsburgh, I'm not sure what's going on. Josh, what about your Bears, man? Because we're going to deep dig in the draft at the 9 o'clock hour. But what are you guys sitting for the Steelers? I mean, for the Steelers right now. For the Bears.
Well, I'll tell you, the Steelers. I can't keep my mind off Justin Fields. So that's where I sit on the Steelers. But
didn't you just say that they're going to draft Drake May?
No.
or Bo Nix. You said Bo Nix.
Oh, no, I was making a joke. Rico goes, the Bears will draft Bo Nix. I said, well, there were no head coaches at Bo Nix's pro day, and there was one GM, and that was Ryan Poles of the Chicago Bears. But a couple of the guys were asking why I'm not wearing Bears gear. And what it comes down to is
superstitious.
It's not even that. I just want to get this day over with.
You should be excited. You got the first.
No, I'm excited, but it's just like all
it's
this.
The anticipation.
It's the anticipation of the talk. And I went through this with Connor Bedard and the Blackhawks and the NHL, and he was a very hyped prospect as well. And it's just like, let's get the anxiety over with. Let's get this pick in. And I told you this, AD. I'm actually more excited about the number 9 overall pick. Because do the Bears trade up, get Marvin Harrison, Romeo Dunze, or do they take that Penn State lineman? There's a lot of ways they can go, but overall, no, I'm excited. I think today's we're turning the page for a new chapter again.
It's going to be interesting today, man. A lot of things going on today. We'll talk NFL draft. We will talk Husker recruits with spring ball. We have 2 more sleeps until spring game at 11:05, Big Ten Network.
Yeah, I got to remember to record that. Hey, D, I found your song. Do you think I should play it for the masses?
Can you play? Is it?
I don't know how clear it'll come in, but we can try it.
Put it on your mic. Let me see. That's good. Black and yellow. That was outside my house, wasn't it?
Yes. That's what you get when you arrive at AD's.
I think you just pulled up to the house too, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm like, AD, I'm over here. I'm singing my Steelers anthem.
I'm going to have to write that down. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow until I die. So not the black and yellow, not that one. I just kind of made my own rendition.
I like the operatic sound. You got to hit a studio.
And then you look on the front porch and Louis saluting, Brooks saluting,
the Steelers flag,
Aiden saluting, Keno saluting.
You know, think about
Nia
this.
saluting.
AD used to be a doggone Chargers fan when he was a kid for some reason.
LaDainian Tomlinson, wasn't it?
He loved LT, and then we got older. He realized, he saw the truth that, you know what? You can't hide who you are, son.
No, you said you're out of the will if you do not join the masses.
Well, he didn't have much will, so he can will who he wants to.
Well, Nia, you found out here.
Quick news in case we don't get to it, quick PGA news before we go to break. We're just kind of wrapping right now. Me and Raff did play some golf yesterday, and listeners, 6 putts within 10 feet for par. I missed. I couldn't hit a putt if my life depended on it yesterday, man. I was thinking about when we were driving back yesterday after. I was like, I had 6 putts within 10 feet. Didn't make a single one of them.
I witnessed it. I've came to the conclusion I need at least a 25-mile-an-hour wind to be successful.
What I need to do is take 2 weeks off and quit.
The greatest advice Tom Massey ever gave me. I was like, Lord. Thanks, Tom.
2 weeks off.
AD's like, ask Massey. Maybe it'll help your swing out a little bit. Wrong.
You can see Massey fixes those glasses, get that eye together. Raff, take 2 weeks off, then quit.
I thought he was going to give me like the greatest golf advice ever. I was like, oh, this is awesome. Massey's giving me advice. And the next thing I know, I'm just like, yep, I should have known it.
Well, the PGA yesterday was interesting. There was a news that came out that the PGA is going to start paying annuities to some of its top players. Tiger Woods leading that pack with $100 million.
Cash money.
Rory at $50 million, I believe, right?
Yep.
$50 million. Then you have Justin Thomas and what was the other man's name? Justin Thomas and Under Armour guy.
Jordan Spieth.
Jordan Spieth at $30 million. Guys spattered in between then and the next year. So they're trying to keep this thing going.
Yep.
Be paid out. I think there's certain parameters they have to be obviously stay on the tour, keep their card. There's some parameters around there. Something a little bit to come back and try to combat, not to combat, to almost reward the guys for not going to live.
Yeah.
Of course, you got John Rahm going, look, I got 450 mil. I'm good.
Yeah, they're good. It's kind of like NIL for PGA, sort of.
Yeah.
Like for all the stuff that they make all the money off of them, and so that'll be good.
It'll be good
for money. I'm Tiger probably. I don't know what he'll take his $100 million for, but he'll just put it in the bank.
It's sitting there. He'll put it in one of his LLCs around the world or something like that. But I was good to see the PGA do something of that nature to somewhat reward the guys for not going over to the Live Tour. I mean, like I said, we can go Live Tour, PGA Tour discussion all day. At the end of the day, it's about money.
Yep.
At the end of the day, it's about money. Folks, we come back. Who is Nebraska going to have on that sideline? There is some big-name recruits that'll be on that sideline on Saturday for the spring game, and they have a whole bunch that'll be there in June. We're going to focus and target on the ones that'll be there this Saturday for the Husker spring game, 11:05, Big Ten Network. Here, it is Thursday, folks. It is a cloudy, tad windy Thursday down here at 11th and O, but we'll be back, folks. It's The Drive. Raff's hold it down. We got Josh in the 1 and 2s. We got AG up in Detroit at the Madden NFL Draft Tournament. May hear from him today or tomorrow. We'll see, but we'll be right back, folks. It's The Ticket.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Banking should feel personal, not intimidating. At Western National Bank, we're about real connections. Founded by two ordinary guys with an extraordinary vision to know each and every customer personally. Fees, they suck. Avoid all fees with Western National Bank's Compass checking account. No monthly fees, no minimum balances, and get this, 5.12 APY on the first $1,000. Open your Compass checking account online in 5 minutes or less at mywmb.com. Experience the difference with Western National Bank. Visit mywmb.com. Member FDIC.
There's more time to save big at Bonzall Pool & Spa with their extended Double the Savings sales event. Now through April 30th, buyers can take advantage of up to $1,500 in savings when they purchase a new hot spring spa. Visit the Bonzall Pool & Spa showroom at 33rd and Pioneers or visit their website at www.bonzallpool.com to learn more about this hot sale. Act now because this offer ends April 30th. Bonzall Pool & Spa, every day made better.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
The Red White Spring Game is coming soon. Do you know your tailgate meal for before and after the game? Führer's Cheese Spread is the dip that brings everyone together to celebrate something for all Nebraskans, made in Nebraska. And it goes well with crackers, meats, soups, and more. How could you tailgate without it? Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Führer's Cheese Spread. No spring game party or tailgate is complete without it.
Hey, Husker Nation, Matt Davison here with 1890. It's an exciting time to be a Husker fan, and to keep that momentum going, we need your help. Nebraska has always been a leader in college athletics, and we're doing the same through name, image, and likeness. NIL is a unique opportunity for every Husker fan to have a direct impact on the success of our programs. Through 1890, 100% of your contribution goes to the student athletes. So go to 1890nebraska.com, choose your sport, become a member, and help the Huskers recruit and retain the best. Go Big Red.
The Sea of Red will fill Memorial Stadium on Saturday for the Red-White Spring Game. Start your day off right with the Elway Power Sports of Lincoln Spring Game Tailgate Show from 8 to 11 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket. All your favorite ticket personalities will prepare you for what to watch and players to keep track of. It's the Elway Power Sports of Lincoln Spring Game Tailgate Show from 8 to 11 a.m. on Saturday on 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com, and statewide on TV at Allo 961.
The need in our community, if you just look at the numbers, it's frightening. We're serving over 1,000 kids every day. With the passion of our people, I really feel like our potential to be of even greater service to kids and families who are struggling is just unlimited. But in order to have the greatest impact, we need all the help we can get from the community.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Hey, baseball fans, join the Blur Tailgate at Hilton Omaha this June for our 12th annual hospitality event during the College Baseball Championship Series. Book an experience for your clients or employees with an inclusive bar, buffet, TVs, music, and tailgate games. Secure your spot today and let Blur Events take care of all the work so you can enjoy the day. Plus, we're just steps away from Charles Schwab Field. Visit blurevents.com to book your group, buy tickets, or learn about sponsorships. That's blurevents.com, your college baseball and football tailgate destination.
Spring is here, and Acres is offering special financing on select new John Deere lawn tractors and zero-turn mowers. Visit your nearest Acres store and test drive all the latest John Deere turf equipment and attachments. And for a limited time, with the purchase of a new John Deere mower, get up to $200 to apply to the steel power tool of your choice. From trimmers to chainsaws, gas or electric, Acres is your home for steel products and service. Offer expires April 30, 2024. Subject to approved credit by John Deere Financial.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Drinking and driving causes serious harm to friends, family members, and loved ones. In 2021, 65 people were killed in Nebraska by a car crash involving a drunk driver. Do not drink and drive. By drinking less, you can still be here for your loved ones. If you or a loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Thursday, NFL Draft Day. Roger Goodell about to get booed out of Detroit once he steps on stage tonight. The NFL tradition. Not even Eminem is going to get him street cred.
Yeah, there'll be some boo birds, but when you make $20 million a year, I'm not sure it does much to him.
No, he don't care. He's fine.
He's like, thank you. My name means boo, and the next draft pickup. He just rolls through the punches. Like, yeah, no big deal. No big deal. We roll it.
All good.
So this weekend, Nebraska is hosting for the first time. Raff, help me clarify that. Raff, explain that, man, what they're doing.
Yep, they're having official visitors this weekend for the spring game, and I know a lot of people are like, "There's been visitors in the past, but they were actually invites." So these are actually official OVs is what they call them in the business.
Absolutely.
So you have five of them or seven of them.
Seven of them
guys coming in.
And Raff and Josh, to the listeners out there, there's from Rulista, they're still expected. June is going to be a heavy month. They're going to utilize that like crazy. For official visits, but the red-white game, they're going to really try to set the bar high. Who's coming into town? Get to that real quick here. Turn off the screen. One guy they got, number of guys. First of all, they got Antonio Branch. Antonio Branch Jr., he's getting recruited by Miami. The Huskers continue to show him a lot of love. To defensive back, man, 6'2", 175, football factory in Northwestern University. Not Northwestern, but Northwestern there. They played well in 7-on-7 circuits, but 6'2". I don't think he's related to any of those other branches. that are out there. You know, like
Deion Branch. Cliff Branch, Olive Branch.
Olive Branch.
I think you look at this guy here. He's one of them that Nebraska's found early. Like they said that he's going to gain a ton of momentum. So they're on to him early. Hopefully, that he make a big impression on him, this upcoming weekend. And I think it's going to. I hate to always go back to it, but I think you're really going to see some of the Dylan Raiola effect on this recruiting class.
Yeah, you think that's a thing to where him being there, and I would say Danny Kaelin as well.
Yep.
I would say Danny Kaelin as well. The nucleus that Nebraska currently has there already, the lack of guys who have hit the portal. I mean, guys that were that seen significant playing time. I'm never saying like significant people because they're all significant, but I mean significant playing time.
Yep.
Any of your key players, we haven't seen any of that happen. So we have not seen attrition on the football side like a lot of other teams around the country have seen that. But Antonio Branch is out of Miami. Northwestern is a powerhouse of athletes. They just churn him out of there. His college, he's a 3-star recruit, 6'2", 172. He'll be here. He's also got his list of obviously Nebraska, Auburn, FIU, Florida Atlantic, and Florida State. So again, like you mentioned, Raff, dude, you think about Rule and those guys, and you go back with Rule at Temple, Rule at Baylor, now here at Nebraska. Him and his staff have been one to where they know their system, Raff, where they establish relationships early.
Yep.
Early. The gentleman's parents, I forget his mom. He's here on campus now. The gentleman's mom who owns that Nigerian restaurant down there.
Princewell.
Umamielen. You think about Princewell, Coach Rule still kept that contact and those relationships going on since he was at Baylor. At Baylor. So you can tell their staff is not one that just says, yeah, we saw you. No, they go early and often and establish those relationships. So it's not one of this, when I got a guy, all of a sudden this guy pops up at my school.
Yep. And they're really, really good early talent evaluators. They don't see, I mean, of course you see the players that are great right now, but they have that ability to where they can see what can be.
Absolutely. So Antonio Branch out of Northwestern there, Miami. I guess we mentioned Auburn, FIU, Florida State, some others. Emmanuel Choice, big body wide receiver. One of those guys that Coach that Rule and his team love to get. He's one of our top options as far as that goes. Choice is a guy who's also been recruited by. He's going to have recruiting trips, official ones, to Missouri, Oklahoma, TCU, and USC as well. And Emmanuel Choice is one of those guys. Raff, he's 6'4", 195. Choice is a big boy,
big body.
Why do you think Rule likes the big bodies? Besides the obvious,
if you can get the mixture, if he's fast and he's also a big body, you cover the gamut. I mean, sometimes with the smaller receivers, they tend to get lost a little bit in the crowd.
Yep,
he's going to give your quarterbacks, more. Gosh, what do you say? Bigger receiver.
Well, he's got a bigger target to throw.
Yeah, so you got your catch radius is going to be so much more.
Absolutely. Big Emmanuel Choice comes out of Lancaster, Texas. Shocker, right? Texas. He's also been recruited by Missouri, Oklahoma, TCU, and USC. So keep that Emmanuel Choice. Hopefully he makes a good choice. Comes to Nebraska.
It is kind of interesting too. Our buddy Jack brought that up. Some of these recruits now, it's been, for a while there, it was like Wyoming, North Dakota,
right,
Nebraska. And now a lot of these names that we're hearing this weekend, it's all like Missouri, which, I mean, say what you want about Missouri.
Missouri had a heck of a year, man. They putting in work.
And they got a great recruiting class.
Yep.
But Missouri, the Miamis.
Snatched one of ours.
Yeah.
As far as that goes. Then you got Ali Kalanuwivila.
Well done.
Kalanuwivila. I couldn't be mispronouncing that, but
no, that's perfect.
I got it.
Yep, right on spot.
6'4" interior lineman, 6'4", 300 Raff. He's a 4-star recruit out of Las Vegas. He's being recruited also by California, Michigan, Oregon, USC. And to your point, Raff, and Justin, I'm going to tell you this. The stars mean something. But more important than the stars, I look at who else is looking at that player.
Exactly.
Because they see the same thing that we see. Because when it becomes consensus, you figure we're not just seeing something because we want to see it. Sometimes you pick up as a guy's measurables or something like that. You see something that's really not on tape, but you figure I can change this person to where if you see it and so do the other premier programs see it, you're probably on to something.
Yep.
Well, yeah, it's all about the culture change, right? You want to be a part of something that can change the standard, right? And they see, I think, especially with the offensive players, you see a guy like Dylan Raiola, and you understand the impact that he can have, on wide receivers, tight ends, running backs, linemen, whatever it may be. And you start to think about the effect you were talking about, because obviously there's going to be a time where some of these guys are coming in and Raiola might not be here in terms of the future. But if he can have an impact on them for 1 year, they know what it takes to be great. Then that passes on. That's where you start getting that lineage of a school having a dynasty in football. It really can all start with one player, changing the culture, which changes the recruiting class, which changes the program.
And also, too, you talked about it all starts with one player. LA. I'm not going to say his last name. Yeah. You've got that connection already where the Alexander Rugaroli,
we're going to say Rubru,
who came, from the same exact high school last year. So you've already kind of building that connection, and he's going to have that insight, from a team, from a prior teammate, to where he can be like, yeah, Nebraska, place to come. We're onto something here. We got the facilities, we got the culture. So it's always cool to see those connections.
Well, you got this TJ Lateef, who is quarterback.
Yeah, I like this one.
Quarterback, 6'1", 185, out of Orange City, California, goes to Orange Lutheran High School, 4-star recruit. He's considered in Arizona State, Boston College, and Cincinnati. Let me ask you this, Raff. When you saw that Nebraska was recruiting for the 2025 class, when you have Kalen and Raiola, what does that say to you?
It says to me that you want to build your depth, but more from his side, it tells me that kid likes to compete. He's like, and come and play against anybody. So I'm interested to see, how it all pans out with him.
Yeah, and it seems like from what we're seeing that the team doesn't seem to care. He's interested in Nebraska systems. Seems to be a good athlete. And here's the thing about it: if you want to become a program that becomes relevant again, you can't worry about somebody's feelings. It's not like the NFL. Oh, they drafted another quarterback. I thought I was. No, listen, this is the Big Ten. You will go in the portal, etc. You better make sure that you have enough in the stable, man.
You
and compete.
But yeah, like you said, in today's world, you got to be recruiting probably a quarterback every single year.
Absolutely.
Because you don't know what the transfer portal is going to be every year. So you've got to have somebody, at least in the wings to come in, because you don't know who's going to go to the portal, who's going to go to the NFL,
who gets hurt.
Yep.
You just don't know, man.
So you cannot take a year off from recruiting a quarterback. And then, and then you look at 26, I believe, is Dayton Raiola. So I like the way Nebraska's not taking a year off.
You can't take a year off from recruiting. In particular, Raff, think about this, Josh and Raff both, and listeners, think about this. The moment you take your eye off the ball when it comes to recruiting, you are in trouble. Now, that was before NIL. That was before transfer portal and all the rest of this. You had to be always – think about this. Coach Osborne, after the national championship game, those coaches are spread out recruiting.
Yeah.
Think about this. When we flew back, Josh, there were very few coaches with us when we flew back. Yeah. After we won. Because they realized that momentum – look, perfect example. Kirby Smart had Raiola on the phone with him on the field after the game. So those guys know. Now, this is right now in this landscape that we're currently in, to where the landscape has changed, to where you have to, it's kind of like in sales, man. They always call it the ABCs of sales. Always be closing.
Yep.
In college football, ABR, always be recruiting.
Exactly.
You can't rest on this. Recruiting never sleeps. Kind of like that old movie, Wall Street, Money Never Sleeps. No, recruiting never sleeps. So you can't be content with, well, we got 2 stellar quarterbacks in Kalen Raiola. Yes, we do. In Harburg as well. Yes, we do. Yep. But things change at a rapid pace. Yep. You cannot. The moment you go to sleep, you're in trouble on that point. So keep your eyes on the TJ Lateef. Also, you got Cortez Mills, who's going to be on his second official trip to Nebraska. Wide receiver, 6'1", 170, out of Florida, Homestead, Florida. He's getting offers from Clemson, Florida, Miami, and Indiana. Clemson, Florida. When you see Clemson, Miami, and Florida, what does that say to you about this young man's capability?
He's got a lot of potential, and it's just that name recognition. You just hear those schools. It tells you that he has the potential to be a really good player.
I think when you talk about those schools, if you look at their history over the past 10 years, it's not one of those schools where the quarterback makes the receivers look good, right? You need a playmaker, a guy that just goes out in the field and can absolutely have that takeover effect.
Right.
So when I hear of those schools in the Southeast, like your Clemsons, your Floridas, whatever it may be, I think you look at some of the Big Ten schools, which can be quarterback driven. Down there, yes, good quarterbacks, but it's very receiver heavy. And what that tells me is they've got a guy coming in that can be pretty flashy on the field.
Yeah. Hey, here we go. That's a great point. Unknown texter 6963 in regards to quarterbacks. He goes, references Cordell Jones at Ohio State. This is a great point, my man. One Big Ten champs and national champ as a third-string quarterback.
Yep.
I totally forgot about Cordell Jones because
Cordell,
and he was third.
Yeah.
And huge.
Yeah.
Huge. And he was third string, won the national championship.
He was behind. Well, Braxton Miller was the starter and then got moved to wide receiver. But who was it? JT Barrett was second and went down.
I think it was Barrett.
I think it was JT Barrett. I think it was. Absolutely. And Cortez right here, that's a great point on the texter with Cordell Jones because that was, he was pivotal. If they don't have him, they don't win the national championship. Is the bottom line.
Yeah, and you look at it too. Like, so you look at Latif. He decides to come. Okay, so he gets here next year. He's a true freshman. Probably, red shirts only plays a minimum 4 games. So then that pushes you. By the time he is eligible to come in and play, most likely the Dylan Rayolas of the world as a junior, possibly, enters the NFL draft. You don't know how this all plays out. Or he left, maybe he goes on the transfer portal. Then, Kalen's the same exact way. That puts him as a junior. So you're going to need a quarterback. Then you have like maybe say Dayton Raiola comes in. Well, get him with the 4 games and it just keeps on recycling itself. So, I mean, it would be so wrong not to recruit a quarterback.
You got to prepare everything you just said, Raffi, every contingency plans in every scenario. You better have an answer because if you don't, guess what? Georgia's going to.
Yep.
Your other teams, your teams that are relevant and perennial, they have answers. An unknown texter, which you just mentioned there with Cordell Jones, and you're exactly right. They have depth. That's the key word we're looking for. They have depth at every position. That's why those teams, your Georgias, your Alabamas, previous years, it seemed like, man, do these guys ever miss a step? No, because they have depth at every position. They're just reloading, not redoing. And there's a major difference between reloading and redoing. So that is something we have to understand. And Coach Rule and staff is doing that. But we're getting that point to where we're starting to churn this thing to where we're not there yet, but they're putting the pieces in place where every year they're not having to redo everything. They're just reloading, plugging and playing because they have depth, and that is going to be huge. John Mills, and also another thing about Cortez Mills, he's got a great relationship with Coach Rule and Coach McGuire as well, and they started early. Like you said earlier, Raff, they started early in this process. They saw something. They saw their measurables, what they like, what's worked for them. They say, we're going to be in on that guy right there. Then, Raff, you made this point a couple months ago. Once Nebraska throws that spotlight on, people start digging. It's like,
Yeah, well, then you see the other schools. It's fun to see actually Nebraska being like the guiding light instead of for a while there we always were the followers. Like, well, we'll go after him because so and so. Now we're becoming the standard of what's Nebraska doing? I mean, we're not there yet, but you see it happening where Nebraska's finding these players and they're a diamond in a rough. Oh gosh, what was the one last
out of Colorado?
Well,
the moment where Foley was just driving by his school.
But I think Roger Gradney, he
was another one.
He was one of those guys that no one really, then all of a sudden it was like, ooh, Nebraska, what's going on? And now
he got several other offers after that too. Several other offers. Well, to finish up, we got 2 more. John Mills, 6'6", offensive tackle, 6'6", 320.
Small guy.
He's not very big. 6'6", 320, 3-star out of San Francisco High School, St. Ignatius College Preparatory School. And he is in the 2025 class. He's got California, Florida, Texas, and Washington. Notice the school on the UC, Florida. This guy's getting action and getting people looking at him from across the country. He's in San Francisco, Florida recognizes it. Of course, California does, Texas and Washington both. Raph, you notice there's a number of big uns that Coach Rule and company is going after. How does it make you feel?
Makes me feel good. It makes me think that you're building your pipeline. Like I said, we go back to we were talking about the quarterbacks and how we're continuing, like we're not there yet. I always preface, we're not there yet, but you're starting to get to that point. Like I was talking last night about the offensive line, and it's been a long time where you actually can see like a future ahead. Like you have the Sledges, the Gatulas, you've got those young guys that are, and even like Grant Bricks, for instance, like if we can get through the year not having to burn his red shirt, play him in the 4 games, that plays huge. That just reloads. And then say this John Mills comes in, he sees, what the future holds. You have, your Raiolas, your Kalins, potentially maybe Latif commits. And he's like, oh, okay, so I got quarterbacks so this is going to get me. And what they keep on saying too is Nebraska wants to win games. But they're also giving them the opportunities to play in the NFL.
Yeah, absolutely. This Michael Terry, Raff, is one that has been, this dude here.
Yes.
The coach said he can play 4 or 5 positions.
Yes.
Josh, he's 6'3", 210 pounds, out of San Antonio, Texas, Alamo Heights High School. And Michael Terry is coveted big time.
Yes.
Nebraska, Oregon, A&M, Texas, Notre Dame. Literally, they said the dude can play inside linebacker, could play safety, could play receiver, could play defensive end. Sick. And the thing about him, he's a 2025 class. This kid's got another year of high school, which is crazy.
Yeah.
So this is the most coveted guy, 5-star recruit by 24/7 Sports. They got him at 5, some of them at 4, but Compository, he's a 5-star recruit. Keep your eyes on Michael Terry III, who is a 5-star recruit. And I've
got an NIL idea for that one.
What's that?
PBA Arena, UFC fight, Satterfield versus White to see which side of the ball he goes.
I thought you meant renaming PBA Arena. I was like, whoa, that's a little ambitious, brother.
Text line, who gets the win, Tony White or Satterfield? And then all proceeds will go to NIL.
Hey, I tell you what, as coveted as this dude is, man, and Raff, when you look at some of this dude's, some of his film, he's a freak.
Yeah.
The dude can do pretty much anything he wants on the football field, and he plays so many different positions. But folks, keep your eyes on Michael Terry III.
Yes.
And that's Michael AEL, Michael Terry III. Look him up online. Look up his huddle highlights. He is a freak. He's one of those guys to where literally, not bringing up the team to the West, but I am bringing up the team to the West. What's the cornerback that played both ways for Colorado last year? Travis Hunter. He's much bigger than Travis Hunter. Now, granted, I didn't necessarily like my guys playing both ways that many reps. What I'm simply saying is he is a guy to where he's a utility knife player and would excel at probably any of them. So keep your eyes and ears on Michael Terry III. Folks, those are the 7 recruits that'll be stalking the sidelines on Saturday.
And there will be a lot of other that will be guests.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Exactly, Raff. Good point. There'll be plenty of others who will be guests who won't be official visits. It'll be guests like we have in years past.
I'll put $1 saying that Dayton Raiola will be on the sidelines.
Possibly could.
As a visitor.
Possibly could. So that is the top 7 we have. And again, that 5-star anchor being Michael Terry III will be there tomorrow. So lots of recruits. Troy Lincoln says, Coach White, first round.
Now, is that by KO or by submission?
The law says, good morning, law. He goes, make sure Raiola never leaves Terry's side.
I don't know. Tony White would be like, he's a black shirt. He's a black shirt. PBA battle.
It's good to see this caliber of athletes, not only Raff, making them official visits, only that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you only get so many official visits.
Yeah.
So that shows you something about Coach Rule and company to where these guys are saying, you know what? I'm going to count this as one of my official visits. I think it shows you.
And to get an official visit from the player.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So that's what's going on in the recruiting world. That's who will be there tomorrow. We're going to go to a quick break. We'll be back with history, and then we got a lot of NFL draft to discuss. It's Thursday morning. It's raining down here at 11th and O. It's The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
Hey, Husker Nation, Matt Davison here with 1890. It's an exciting time to be a Husker fan, and to keep that momentum going, we need your help. Nebraska has always been a leader in college athletics, and we're doing the same through name, image, and likeness. NIL is a unique opportunity for every Husker fan to have a direct impact on the success of our programs. Through 1890, 100% of your contribution goes to the student athletes. So go to 1890nebraska.com, choose your sport, become a member, and help the Huskers recruit and retain the best. Go Big Red.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
The Sea of Red will fill Memorial Stadium on Saturday for the Red-White Spring Game. Start your day off right with the Elway Power Sports of Lincoln Spring Game Tailgate Show from 8 to 11 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket. All your favorite ticket personalities will prepare you for what to watch and players to keep track of. It's the Elway Power Sports of Lincoln Spring Game Tailgate Show from 8 to 11 a.m. on Saturday on 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com, and statewide on TV at Allo 961.
Buckle up and hang on. This is going to be a good one.
The fans of Kansas Speedway know how to have a good time. One that celebrates fantastic finishes and family-friendly facilities. Trading paint.
We got feuding
and tailgating tradition. Burnouts, beer, and barbecue. Oh, it'll for sure be a good time, and you are all invited. NASCAR weekend at Kansas Speedway, May 4th and 5th. Get your tickets now at kansasspeedway.com.
Hey, Nebraska! Register today for the 40th annual Cornhusker State Games, taking place July 11th through the 21st in Lincoln, Omaha, and other Nebraska communities. The Cornhusker State Games features 70 sports for athletes of all ages and abilities. Price increases are approaching, so register early and save. For details, go to cornhuskerstategames.com. If you've experienced a sports injury, joint, or back pain, trust your care to Nebraska Orthopedic Center, a proud platinum partner of the Cornhusker State Games.
For over 15 years, Integrated Life Choices has empowered individuals with disabilities in Lincoln and throughout Nebraska. They provide comprehensive services from group homes and independent living services to job training, ensuring fulfilling lives for those that they serve. Now, they're inviting you to join their mission. If you're passionate about making a difference in the lives of people with developmental disabilities, explore rewarding career opportunities with them. Learn more about their services and apply today at www.ilc.net. Be a part of Integrated Life Choices, where your work truly changes lives. Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Here you go. Coffee's on me and my new BFF. I thought I was your best friend forever. BFF like best financial friend at Members Own Credit Union. Right now, they're offering $100 when you consolidate or transfer a loan or an existing credit card balance and meet requirements. Plus, you get great rates and free advice from a financial partner that will put you first. That sounds like a match made in heaven. Members Own Credit Union is the type of bestie you can count on. Get started today at memberzonecu.org/BFF. Limitations may apply. Equal housing opportunity.
Join us each Saturday from 11 a.m. to noon for Youth Football 101 with Tank Perry of the Nebraska Red Wolves of 7-on-7 football. The future of the sport depends on the foundation set at a young age. Hear those stories and more each Saturday from 11 a.m. to noon here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is a rainy draft day Thursday in Lincoln, Nebraska. But I got a little bit of just kind of breaking news right now. I know DP will be interested in this.
We got the breaking news?
Nah, it's not that big of breaking news.
No,
I mean,
I couldn't find it.
It's Washington Commanders football. It's not that much. No. Darryl Green, they're retiring his jersey this year. The Commanders are. And I was thinking about this over the break. Fastest player in the history of the NFL?
Oh, I'm going to go with Chris Johnson.
I think Darryl Green would beat him.
Man, Darryl Green walked down a lot of dudes, man. Yeah. I mean, a lot of dudes, man.
I think he is the fastest player in the history of the NFL. And actually, he's got the titles to prove it back in the 80s. I mean,
when they did those wide world sports.
He was beating guys that were in the Ron Brown in the Olympics.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm going Darryl Green.
They're retiring his jersey.
Yep.
Well
Number
deserved.
28.
Well
retired.
Deserved.
I'm a little sad. I actually just found our breaking news.
That's all right.
Oh, you found it? Well,
yeah, it's the early
maybe
break
maybe we'll have some breaking news here later and you might not want to steal it. Jake could be like, "Don't you steal our breaking news?"
I created it, so I get to do what I want with it.
You gotta have some levity when you can use it, man. There you go. You've earned that right, brother. You've earned that right. Where's Luke? Can you find Sam Cooke on there, man? You find Sam Cooke on there?
He didn't make that one.
I didn't. I can look. Let me look.
No. Don't worry about it.
It's all right.
I'm determined.
Because me and Raff aren't going to sing it. We're not going to sing. We don't want to bleed their ears out.
I think you guys are good singers.
Thank you.
Well, this is 1939 Husker history. Now, this is the stuff that's real. You know, the things that really ring out to you. And actually, this is 1944. A pair of former Husker teammates, George Seaman, 1936 through 39, and quarterback George Bus Knight, 38 through 40, described their roles in World War II bombing raids in the Pacific Theater. Think about that. These guys, we're talking about today. Now, granted, I know it was a long time ago, almost 100 years ago, give or take. But still, it shows you we're worried about, because it's relative today, transfer portals and how much money I'm going to get. These guys are worried about, am I going to make it back to practice alive? Not because they were on O Street for a few rough nights.
I'm going to make it back to our family.
Yes, well, I make it back to my family alive. So that was in 1944. They came back and they described their roles in the World War II bombing raids in the Pacific Theater. That was George Seaman and also George Bus Knight.
That's crazy.
Talk about how things have changed, man. Yeah. Things have changed. Raff, what you got, my man?
Let's see here. 1974, the NFL moves the goalposts. So prior to that, the goalposts were in the front of the end zone.
Deuce was getting laid out.
Run the slant. So actually, what's crazy about that is run the post.
That's where that came from, I believe, man. Because you better run right towards that post, and it was there, man.
And there's a few prior to 74, there's some old NFL follies where guys, ran smack dab into the goalposts.
They got a bunch of them on there, man.
So that was pretty crazy to see that. And then 1978, the Philly Fanatic makes its first appearance. So that got me wondering, who has the greatest mascot of all time?
In all sports?
In all sports. The best mascot ever.
Man, the chicken was funny, man.
San Diego Chicken. I met him.
Are you serious?
Yep.
San Diego Chicken?
His real name is Ted Bavacqua, I believe. Ted Bavacqua. So my buddy's dad was an umpire, so we got to meet him up in Omaha one night and got his autograph. But even thinking, when I met him, it was so crazy just thinking back to the history, like when he premiered and I think the Raiders beat the Chargers and he was standing up by the scoreboard at Jack Murphy Stadium and he acted like he was falling down and he passed out like he was dead. I mean, just some funny stuff San Diego Chicken was all about. So cool stuff.
It's the chicken was funny as a mug. Derek in the car, what's up? He goes, San Diego Chicken, I'm with you, brother. Heavy D. Good morning to you, brother. He goes, I'm taking my 3 little girls to their spring game for the first time this weekend. Congrats on that, brother.
Awesome.
Are there any pregame events going on for kids for the game? If he goes to the Huskers, what's up, Jack Rue? We got Jack Russell in the house heading down O Street. Jack, the weather's a little different today.
Yeah. He was supposed to golf today with his wife and kid. I don't know.
Unless they put on raincoats. The rain gear.
Sounds like he might have to take the day off.
As beautiful as Hillcrest is, though. I mean, I I wouldn't even play a day like this. Though.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Jack don't play in the rain.
Nah, he's like
Jack,
us.
you might have to take the day off. This weather, you probably cannot work in this either. So think about taking the day off.
There you go. Mr. Cub, what's up? Mr. Cub showed us some love for Ahman. He goes, Daryl Green isn't even the fastest green to play in the NFL.
Oh,
he goes,
okay.
Ahman Green, baby. That would be a good race between AG in his prime and Daryl Green in his prime.
That'd be fun.
That'd be a heck of a 40-yard dash
I
right
still
there.
think I go Daryl Green, though.
Daryl Green,
Daryl Green was just different.
What was Daryl Green's fastest 40, I wonder?
I'd probably in the 4.1s, probably.
Yeah,
That'd be. I mean, him and Ahman would be a heck of a race.
That would be a great race. Cody. Cody, what's up, little bro? Cody goes, if it's raining, Jack's office is closed, and I bet he'll be forced to smoke a cigar. Well, it's raining outside.
Yeah, you cannot work in this weather.
You cannot work outside. You can't work in this weather.
Like when it's windy. I mean, Jack cannot work when it's windy.
No.
Rain,
Wind?
cold.
Rain? It's got to be 75.
Jack, you work inside. What? Don't tell him that.
Folks, when we come back, we've got a lot of NFL draft action to talk. We want you text line. Hit us up, 464-5685. 464-5685. Let us know your team's needs in the NFL draft. Your needs, your wants, your desires. What do you want? What do you need? We're going to talk about the NFL draft, fun facts about it, the draft order, and your teams as well, folks. We really is only one team to really look at.
Denver Broncos.
I think Josh would say the Chicago Bears.
They still have a team?
Hey.
That new stadium thing is
Are
pretty
they
cool.
going to get that new stadium, Josh, you think?
Oh, totally. I am down to talk about that a little bit
Let's
too
wrap
because I'm
them up.
very excited.
I've got some Bears buddies who've sent me renderings of it, man, and it looks insane.
That looks pretty cool.
They get it passed. Folks, it's Thursday morning. It's The Drive, 93.7 a ticket. I'll be right back.
Ever stare at the Hog Wild menu and feel like you just can't make up your mind because it all looks so good? Well, when I want a little bit of everything, I get a little bit of everything on Hog Wild Smokestack Sandwich. On a butter-toasted bun, we pile on our hickory smoked beef brisket and juicy hot links. The hard part is choosing between fresh curly fries, classic baked beans, or coleslaw on the side. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
Spring in Nebraska brings green grass and warmer weather, but it also brings severe storms which can cause damage to your home. Meadowlark Exterior specializes in hail, storm, and wind damage restoration, as well as roofing, siding, and gutters for commercial or residential buildings. Meadowlark Exteriors focuses on fine craftsmanship and proves that in their attention to detail. They offer free roof inspections and estimates and insurance claim assistance, serving the Lincoln and Omaha surrounding areas. Call today at 402-875-2956 or go to meadowlarkexteriors.com.
Put lawn irrigation on automatic. Think Judson Irrigation for worry-free service to Lincoln homeowners and business community. Judson Irrigation will turn on your sprinkler system in the spring, repair or redesign as needed, and turn it off in the fall. For service to orphan sprinklers, remember Judson Irrigation. They'll never forget you.
Call the Judson Irrigation Orphanage 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Hey, Nebraska! Register today for the 40th Annual Cornhusker State Games, taking place July 11th through the 21st in Lincoln, Omaha, and other Nebraska communities. The Cornhusker State Games features 70 sports for athletes of all ages and abilities. Price increases are approaching, so register early and save. For details, go to cornhuskerstategames.com. If you've experienced a sports injury, joint, or back pain, trust your care to Nebraska Orthopedic Center, a proud platinum partner of the Cornhusker State Games.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
Hey there, fellas. It's your girl Jordan with Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Women may be complicated, but I make sure buying jewelry isn't. Your gal has a style, and you can figure this out. Is she more of a classic necklace kind of gal, or does she rock the boho chic vibe with layers of delicate bracelets? This is crucial intel. Not trusting your intel? Stop in the store and we'll sort out the details. I promise to make this super easy. Until next time, this is Jordan at Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Happy shopping, guys.
For over 15 years, Integrated Life Choices has empowered individuals with disabilities in Lincoln and throughout Nebraska. They provide comprehensive services from group homes and independent living services to job training, ensuring fulfilling lives for those that they serve. Now, they're inviting you to join their mission. If you are passionate about making a difference in the lives of people with developmental disabilities, explore rewarding career opportunities with them. Learn more about their services and apply today at www.ilc.net. Be a part of Integrated Life Choices, where your work truly changes lives.
The Sea of Red will fill Memorial Stadium on Saturday for the Red-White Spring Game. Start your day off right with the Elway Power Sports of Lincoln Spring Game Tailgate Show from 8 to 11 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket. All your favorite ticket personalities will prepare you for what to watch and players to keep track of. It's the Elway Power Sports of Lincoln Spring Game Tailgate Show from 8 to 11 a.m. on Saturday on 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com, and statewide on TV at Allo 961.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career, or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
The University of Nebraska Rodeo Association is excited to announce the 2024 Nebraska Cornhusker College Rodeo. Come on out to the Sandhills Global Event Center May 3rd and 4th. Cheer on your University of Nebraska Rodeo team as they take on teams from all across the Great Plains region. Friday is college night, and Saturday afternoon kids attend free with purchase of adult general admission ticket at the door. Advance tickets on sale now at sandhillsglobaleventcenter.org. Tickets also available at the Fort South 56th in Lincoln. Don't miss the Nebraska Cornhusker College Rodeo May 3rd and 4th.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions. This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Welcome to The Drive with A.D. Raff and Ahman Green. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Motley brought down.
And University of Nebraska eSports coach, Ahman Green.
Look at Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. The second hour is proudly sponsored by Doors Plus. If your garage door needs maintenance or you need an entirely new garage door, give Cameron Hall and his team a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus is locally owned and handles everything from residential or commercial garage door openers, safety tune-ups, or custom design. Visit DoorsPlusLLC.com to learn more. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more. And boy, I'm looking outside and I'm seeing this rain, and all I can think about now is Mr. Nick Sainert teeing off on number 1 at TPC Players Club, Scottsdale.
He is getting it in, bro.
His house is so small, man. They got ripped off.
Yeah.
Really?
No, it's gigantic.
I was gonna say.
House is massive. House is massive.
Super nice.
Heavy D, I want to get back to you real quick. You asked if there are activities. If you go to the Huskers.com website and click on, I think, spring game, there'll be some things that'll show you festivities.
I don't know if they.
And I'm not sure if there is, but
they used to do that old play thing back out there. But I don't know with all the new facilities and stuff, if they still do something like that or what they can do. But I mean, even too. Being a first game, just walking around downtown and just seeing just the pageantry of it all.
I would say take them down to around the stadium, because I think where the new facility is. East Stadium, the big U in front of there.
Yep.
The parking. They used to have that kids area that was going on down there, but I would definitely go to that area and check that out and see if there's festivities. But I would tell you, Heavy D, and to the other listeners out there, whether you're bringing kids or not, for festivities, besides obviously age appropriate ones, whatever. Check out the Huskers.com website. Should have some information on there. Yep. Or even as far as that goes, just call the university.
Yeah, just call us from Matt Rule. Tell them Chris Raff sent you.
And you'll be on the band list. Don't ever call this number again unless you want to go to Lancaster County.
The number is 472. First three digits were right.
Well, the NFL draft starts tonight, folks. Round 1, and they get 10 minutes per selection is what they have. Obviously, round 2 and 3 begin tomorrow. Finish up by rounds 4 through 7 on Saturday. Round 2 is 7. You get 7 minutes per selection. Round 3 through 6, including compensatory picks. That's 5 minutes per selection. And round 7, including the comp picks, that's 4 minutes per selection. The draft order, Josh, you know this.
I do.
Who's the first?
It's
some team.
The struggling but not forgotten. And my Chicago Bears.
The Bears.
Chicago Bears.
The Bears. The Bears are up first at number 1, followed by the Commanders. I'll read down this pretty quick here. The Commanders, number 2. The Patriots at 3. And just so you know, they do this by record.
Rico's happy.
Rico's over there showing love because the Patriots are coming in at number 3. Cardinals are at number 4. Chargers 5, followed by the Giants at 6. Titans at 7. Falcons at 8. The Bears again at 9. The Jets at 10. Which, Josh, I think because they have so many, I think there's going to be a lot of trading action going on, man.
Yep.
Well, I told you before the show, but I'm obviously, I think number 1 overall, it's pretty obvious.
The Bears are not getting Bo Nix, Josh.
I know. I'm a little hurt by that.
Josh, before I go through this whole list, because I'm at your Bears at 9 again. They got the first pick and the 9th pick. If you're the GM, who are you picking first?
I mean, first off, I was against all the trade in there getting
just
rid of
answer the question, Josh.
Okay. Well, I think you got to go
question.
Williams, right? I think you just have to go with what people are saying, right? You have to look at what he's done for the game. I think last year, that was kind of the first time he really faced adversity. But you have to understand the first 2 times that he came into a system in college football. Mm-hmm. The first year, Spencer Rattler goes down at Oklahoma.
Right.
So you're thrown into the fire right away. Mm-hmm. Then you talk about that change to USC, the high expectations. You make this big jump, and then you kind of realize, oh, wow, I'm human, and other people figured out that game. Mm-hmm. I mean, USC's offense really, besides Williams, it wasn't really the most glamorous. I mean, they had some good receivers,
right,
but it wasn't anything outstanding like Washington's or anything out of the ordinary. And people look at USC's record. They had one of the worst defenses in college football, too. So you have to take that into effect. I think a lot of people see the ego, how Williams has had some, off-field antics, just kind of how he goes about his whole presence and gimmick. Mm-hmm. But I think he understands now. I think seeing what the Bears did in the offseason, right? Keenan Allen, DeAndre Swift,
right.
DJ Moore last year. This team is not a joke. They're making moves on the defensive side of the ball. I think he understands, okay, wow, I'm not going in number 1 overall pick, get my money, big city, woohoo. I think he realizes, oh, wow, they're building this team for me. Mm-hmm. And he's got to be ready to go because this is a city that has not had a franchise quarterback since the 1930s. I love
McMahon?
I mean, he's good, but ask any Chicago.
The punky QB?
No,
what is Super Bowl?
No, ask.
Look at Ringo's face.
The punky QB? I love Jay Cutler. Jay Cutler was not a franchise quarterback.
Jay Cutler? Oh, he
and I
did
love
not.
him. Ask any Bears quarterback, ask any analyst. They'll tell you the Bears have not had a franchise quarterback since Sid Luckman back in the day. Rico, come on in. Yeah, I'm
Joshua
I'm
fought the Battle of Jericho. Joshua. Well, who was that quarterback? Okay.
I know Jim McMahon.
Jim Harbaugh, Steve Fuller,
No, Steve Fuller was a backup.
Vince Evans.
Nope.
Maybe not Vince Evans.
Maybe Caleb Haney, right? Rico, let me get you.
Rico, you wouldn't say Jim McMahon was a franchise quarterback?
I mean, honestly, that's like the most recent franchise quarterback. Everybody else, no. But Jim McMahon, I mean, you can't just say, he won you a Super Bowl, he's a franchise quarterback, because you wouldn't do that with who was the Ravens quarterback in 2000.
You know what?
Oh, come on
that's
now.
a great point.
Trent Dilfer.
That's a great point.
But Jim McMahon was
a good quarterback,
like the franchise quarterback for the Chicago Bears. Then.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give you that, but here's the whole thing, right?
Actually, hold on.
Offense was based off of Peyton, too.
How do you define a franchise quarterback? That's what I need.
Yeah, what's your
Try
definition?
throwing for 4,000 yards in a season.
Nobody
We've
threw
never
for
had
4,000 yards back then.
Well, but the Bears are the only franchise that hasn't had that, right? For franchise quarterback, I'm looking at consistent winning, right? Okay, they were good.
That's what
84,
McMahon did.
85, 86. They fall off in the late 80s, early 90s, and then we go into this gray area, right? Jay Cutler, as many touchdowns as he threw, he turned the ball over. Mitch Trubisky, he couldn't read a pocket for anything, right? None of those guys. The early 2000s, we had 20 different starting quarterbacks from 2000 until 2020.
Okay, I don't care about any of them. All right, I don't care about any of them.
McMahon the respect.
McMahon was a franchise
Why
quarterback.
are you even talking about the Bears anyway? I didn't even know they had a team.
I know. Sometimes I forget too, right?
You were saved by a dude with a massive forehead. Calm down there.
But this is,
Wow.
This is just my opinion, right? Yes, he won us the Super Bowl, right? Yes, okay, he was the punky QB. He ran the ball. He also had some
punky QB known as
McMahon. When I hit the turf, I've got no plan. Yeah, I know it. Now, they had Willie Gault and Dennis McKinnon, also a hot take. Dennis McKinnon was better than Willie Gault. I mean, that's also my opinion. But for me, team, Dennis McKinnon was better than Willie Gault.
What?
Yeah.
You weren't even born yet. You don't even know.
How can you say that?
That's what I've seen.
Willie. Oh, you know what? Next thing you're going to say? Neil Anderson was better than Walter Payton.
No, I wouldn't go that
far. Oh, you're not going that far? Okay.
We would throw him out the window.
Well, I mean, if you're going to make me say it.
I mean,
I haven't said it out loud.
I've read Jim McMahon's book, and he even was talking about how Willie Gault kind of got a little more of the attention, but he always thought Dennis McKinnon was better, and that was in his book. His book is great, by the way. It actually got published.
Why would you read a book written by not a franchise quarterback?
Because he's the closest thing we've had to one since Sid Luckman.
He was okay.
Jay Cutler was a franchise quarterback.
Jay Cutler was Jay Cutler was great. I love Jay.
He didn't get the wins, but he
had one playoff win.
Well, one. Yeah, not bad.
I mean,
Lamar Jackson only has one playoff win. And he's a franchise quarterback.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just, in my opinion, this is where I sit, and I'm not coming out.
Hell, you need to get up off that seat, is what you need.
Get up off that seat.
Get up off your butt, because that seat's on fire, is what you need to do. I mean, I can't really talk. I've lived through, I didn't get to see the first franchise quarterback,
Steve
in
Grogan?
Bledsoe, but
Steve Grogan. I'm gonna look and see it.
Obviously, never saw that, but I got Tom Brady. So
Jim Plunkett.
That was my franchise quarterback. I had one for a very long time. So, now we're looking for a quarterback. And if they take Drake May, you might not see me.
What did you think about Tony Eason? Did you like Tony Eason?
Huh?
Tony Eason, did you like him?
I don't know.
Oh,
well,
he played.
Guilt Nerd. Good morning to you, Guilt
Couldn't
Nerd.
tell you.
Guilt Nerd, like you, Josh. He's a Bears fan. He goes, as a Bears fan, I'm nervous with these top 10 picks. You can't screw this up. You can't screw that up.
I don't know.
Just accept it, Barrett. You're taking Caleb Williams.
Isn't Kevin Warren the
former Big Ten commissioner?
Anything's possible.
You're taking Caleb Williams. You're just going to have to deal with it.
This article says Sid Luckman.
Yeah,
that one says Sid Luckman.
From Medium. Sid Luckman ahead of Jim McMahon.
ESPN says Sid Luckman. Final rankings of top signal callers in Bears history. Sid Luckman ahead of Jim McMahon.
Wow.
Well, here, unknown texter, you're getting some traction for you, Josh. And Nyla, good morning to you. She hasn't been here for a while. Listen to a while. Josh is our guy that's in for Nick. Nick is out of town this week, so we got Josh handling business as he always does, handles it well. And Josh is always back in production and things, so he takes care of biz. Unknown texter 2655 says this: Jim McMahon was a good QB, not franchise. The question is, could they have won the Super Bowl without him? Of course they would.
No.
Just about any QB in the league would have won it with that team.
I think
no.
Unknown texter.
I don't think Steve Fuller or Jim Harbaugh get the job done.
No, because they shut down Peyton. That was their focus, which allowed the offense to open up. So you had to have somewhat of a comparable. And like I said, I'm not saying Jim McMahon wasn't a bad guy, but every article I've also looked up said Luckman, but he was a good quarterback. He was good enough to get the job done. And that in itself is a big thing.
So Jim McMahon is the second best quarterback in Bears franchise history, and you're not calling him a franchise quarterback. Got it.
Hey,
got it.
Hey, Rico, you live the life of a guy who won you 6 Super Bowls.
I know.
When you suffer like I have, man.
I have the last 3 years.
Rico's going like
terrible.
Okay,
peasants.
so here's what
I got 6 Super Bowls since I've been alive.
So I've got one for you, Rico. I've got one for you. Rex Grossman took the Bears to the Super Bowl and lost. Is he a franchise quarterback?
No.
No, he's definitely.
Well, that's what I just said. I said just because the quarterback wins you a Super Bowl doesn't mean they're a franchise quarterback. But what he did for the Bears and during that time and the sustained success.
And the persona, and I can understand that. Yes, but I get where you're coming from, Raff.
Yeah, I know. I think Jim McMahon would be a franchise quarterback just because he was the undaunted leader of that team. So I know people fight back and be like, no, Walter Payton, no, but Jim McMahon, like even that 85 season, they were getting beat on Monday Night Football by the Vikings, and Jim McMahon
came back in.
They told him he couldn't play, and McMahon went up to Ditka and then got in and called his own plays, and Ditka was mad, but the team was behind McMahon, so he's a franchise quarterback in my eyes.
So when you draft a quarterback, right, you draft them to be your franchise quarterback. How long does it take in your guys' eyes for that person, and what do they have to do to cement themselves as your franchise quarterback?
Win a lot.
Yeah, win.
I would say win a lot. At the end of the day, it comes down, are you winning? Yeah. Realistically, Pittsburgh has not had a franchise quarterback since, well, it's not been that long, but Roethlisberger. Prior to him, there were guys, it was a revolving door, man. It was a revolving door.
And also, too, look at it like this. Look at like today. I guarantee you, if Jim McMahon walks into any bar or any restaurant in Chicago, he ain't paying.
Oh, yeah.
They ain't doing that for a good quarterback. They're doing that for a franchisee quarterback.
Yeah.
Like I said, I get where you guys are coming from also, but I also want to look at the fact that a guy like Luckman also won MVP. He had 14,000 passing yards. He won 4 NFL championships. So McMahon, I think he was drafted in 83 or 84. That 85 season was only his second or third year.
He was drafted in 82.
82.
And BYU.
Wasn't there that much longer, I think till 89 or 90 something.
Well, what happened was the defensive end, Charles
Haley,
and on the Packers.
You talking about from
he picked him up
and body slammed him.
Yeah.
Oh,
hit his right shoulder.
Charles Martin, I think, from the Packers.
Was it Martin that slammed him?
Yeah, it was kind of an unknown guy that did it, and it was just
totally after the play.
It was
terrible.
Picked him up, threw him down.
He'd be banned for life if that was today.
How much longer would he have been the Bears' starting quarterback if that weren't to happen? That's like a part of it where he would have that would have cemented him as the franchise quarterback for you, but the injury derailed his career.
And that's the thing. That's the last thing I was going to talk about is length is a big part of it. Now, Ben Roethlisberger gets them one, right? But he played forever. He took them to the playoffs constantly, and that was kind of something. Now,
was that him or was that his coaches? No, I'm just kidding.
Now we're getting AD in the debate.
Joe B says, this just in, the Bears still suck. Go Pack, go.
Oh, come on, man. I've seen them win 4 times against that team up north in my life.
Hey, Green Bay, you had 2 Hall of Fame, some of the best ever quarterbacks ever. How many Super Bowls did you get with those 2?
Exact debate.
You got 2.
2.
Oh, that's crazy.
Imagine having one of the most talented quarterbacks of all time, and you just won.
Twice. And you get 2 Super Bowls out of it. That's impressive. Great job.
I like Rico's debating.
Great job.
He's for everybody. Great for everybody.
That's
Rico's for the people.
Same thing with Peyton Manning.
Well, that's it. I'll get the last year. We'll come back
regular
and talk
season
about
champion.
At 10, you got the Jets. At 11, you got the Vikings. At 12, you got the Donkeys.
Oh, here he comes.
Oh, man.
DP's checking in.
Well, listen. Here we go. Here we go. I want to hear this.
Listen,
I want to hear this.
See, here's all these young heads trying to talk about old school football. First of all, Jim McMahon's best year, he threw for 15 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. Every other year, he was a 50-50 INT to touchdown guy. Stop it. He fought Mike Ditka every day because he wasn't producing. Their defense he was the Trent Dilfer of the Chicago Bears.
No.
He absolutely was.
They were getting into it. It was so nuts.
His leadership.
Boy, listen. How was he going to lead Wilbur Marshall and Richard Dent?
So who would you say was your last time?
Walter Payton was the leader of that
team. No, not leader. Not leader team. I'm saying who was their last time franchise quarterback? If they've had one.
They don't.
I said Sid Luckman.
You have to go back. That's
would
what
you say for the time he was their franchise quarterback?
No, because listen, this is how when the Super Bowl shuffle happened, that the number 2 quarterback got talked about more being in the video, Steve Fuller, than Jim McMahon. They fought. They didn't want him on the field. Ditka didn't want McMahon on the field. Right. Look, get past. You got a ring because the Ravens got a ring. Trent Dilfer wasn't that.
He
dude.
Definitely wasn't.
He wasn't that dude. So look at his numbers. You're talking about a lot of 10-10 interception to touchdown to interception. A lot of 11-11. And then when you start talking about the Green Bay Packers, first of all, if you're not talking about Bart Starr as the guy, then you don't know football.
Now, Bart Starr, but you have to look at
Bart Starr was the MVP of the first
back-to-back Super Bowl.
Bart Starr.
I'm with you.
Bart Starr was insane. I'm talking about from when you look at longevity of our lifetimes. I didn't see Bart Starr play.
I'm 62.
But yet Bart Starr.
I can speak on what I know. I'm speaking from what I saw.
Exactly. I never saw Bart Starr. But to your point, Bart Starr's numbers, they speak for themselves.
Listen, in the old black and blue division, and they don't even call it that anymore.
Right, because it will never be that.
Right, in the old black and blue division, where toughness, when leadership was a different level, it was a different thing. And if Brett Favre was half the leader that Bart Starr was, we'd be talking about the Packers differently. If Aaron Rodgers was a different leader, you'd be talking about them differently. And when you go through the draft process, one, you're betting on the possibility. You're not betting on what's been achieved to some point. You're trying to identify boxes that are checked that you think are required. You don't know. Listen, we were just talking about Darryl Green in the break, that Washington, coming off a Super Bowl, picked in the first round, picked a cornerback from Texas A&I University because they needed somebody to cover a wide receiver from a HBCU that they didn't know. And they said, wait a minute, that Jerry Rice dude can't beat a GOAT because he hadn't played against anybody. And, he's a bit of a diva. Oh, you think that was a really good pick? Tell me one quarterback in the NFL who isn't a superstar quarterback who doesn't have a little diva to him.
I think you have to a little bit.
You absolutely
I think you have to. And I wouldn't just say quarterback. I would say at your prime positions, you got, especially cornerback. If you don't got some nastiness, some dog to it, you have to do that way.
Tell me, Tommy Frazier, what didn't have a different set of rules?
Oh, it definitely was. It definitely was. Hey, there was definitely. But you know what though? I think those things are earned too by your performance you do on the field. Well, because if you just got if you're just diva with no production,
you never get out of practice. You never get out of practice.
Yeah,
you never get out of practice.
You got to back it up. So let's go back to the argument real quick. Do I think, now we may have different opinions, that's okay. Do I think that McMahon was a franchise quarterback? In my criteria, the way I look at it, I think he was at the time. Could they have won it without him? I think they could have. Because you look at Willie Gault, you look at Walter Payton, you look at that defense, it's one of the best defenses to ever be assembled. I know a number of guys that were on there. You know, it was the big tight end they had on that team as well.
Tom Thayer?
Not Thayer.
No.
They had a tight end that was good as well. Great offensive line.
Emery Moorhead
was good. So, do they win it without him?
The word great were never used about Emery Moorhead. Y'all was talking out of school. I'm telling you, no.
But do I think they could have won the Super Bowl without him? I do think they could have won it without him. I personally
look. There are moments. There are moments in that season that McMahon was required.
Yes.
There were two moments where
Vikings
McMahon
game.
was required. Vikings on Monday night, where Dolphins was also required.
Because they were just one game away from that record.
Being undefeated, yeah. They lost to the Dolphins
Right.
against Marino.
Right, but that's what was required. And listen, I get why he is an icon in Chicago because again, anytime you are the quarterback, it's a Doug Williams thing in DC.
Dilfer in Baltimore,
right? Like they still don't like Dilfer in Baltimore.
Yeah, I was going to say McMahon in Chicago still.
He's a hey man,
Dilfer in Baltimore, not the king.
Yeah. No, I mean, look.
He ain't get no free steak.
Look, they're choosing Flacco. They're choosing Flacco still.
Yeah,
that'd be true.
So I mean, I think draft day is this. It's an opportunity for you to add two. Just add two.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have some really bad decisions to get made on draft day, usually about quarterbacks. Those are the ones that show up. We can name one bad offensive lineman that was drafted, Tony Mandarich, because of the hype that was involved. We can name
a number of quarterbacks. Jamarcus Russell.
There's a few.
There's a number of them.
Right?
Paxton Lynch.
But you can't name a lot of bad running back draft picks. Because
Trent Richardson,
right? No, but here's the thing: it's a one-off. Quarterbacks, you can go back through history and time.
Who was the guy? Pete, the ballyhoo boy from USC, red-haired dude.
Todd Marinovich. Well, that was the Raiders being the Raiders.
Yeah,
like that. Like
Jamarcus Russell, the Raiders being the Raiders.
I mean, look. Sometimes it's the organization, and that's why the Chicago conversation matters. Because it's the Bears, and they don't draft quarterbacks well. They just don't.
Let me ask you
they
this.
Never have.
Let me ask you this. Would you take who? You got the first pick of the 9th pick as the Bears. Who is your first pick? You got Penix. You got Dixon. You got the Jaden Daniels.
No,
you got Caleb Williams.
This is where
Jaden Daniels.
This is where I logically don't understand what teams are trying to do. If I'm trying to create the best Bears team possible for this season, right? That I would have kept Justin Fields and anybody that offered me.
I agree.
That offered me three. Give me three.
Bingo.
Legitimate guys. Because first of all, Caleb and or whoever else you draft is not going to help you beat the Detroit Lions this year. No.
Yep.
I'm not sold on Caleb.
Yeah, I had Justin Fields. You had Justin Fields. You could have used your draft capital so much better.
I'm sold on Caleb Williams because I know the work. Well, see, I'm working from a different space. No. I've watched Caleb work out. I know his trainers. I know his fan. Look, don't get caught up in the okie doke because that was the whole McMahon thing. We got caught up in the personality hype, and that's what people bought. I wonder about the skill set. But for the Bears, first of all, the person, that diva part, I'm cool with because if you can handle it at USC and make it work on your behalf, but the work that he puts in throwing the football and film study and nutrition and all of those things,
will he be a fit in the locker room?
You never know.
You don't, but you
never know.
But there's you can't believe everything you hear. But there's already talk from the guys internally in the organization, players saying he better not bring that mess in our locker room.
Wait a minute. What is so good about the Bears locker room?
It's a mess. But no, that's irrelevant. That's irrelevant. That's irrelevant. Who on the Bears? Who on the Bears? Who on the Bears? It can't work. You're going to ruin the culture now.
You can't wreck culture that's already wrecked, man.
It's like social media when you see the girl saying, "Listen, you can't take me to Olive Garden." First of all,
you're lucky. You're taking you out.
You lucky.
I understand your point. They don't really have. They're really not the criteria.
You a McDonald's situation anyway.
Right. So they're not a cultured locker room. What I am saying, that galvanizes my point because you already have a dysfunctional locker room. What do you bring? Does he come in? Does he soothe that? Does he massage it by his play? Because right now the last thing they need is more acidic personality.
No. Mike Dick has said, I don't need this in my locker room. Jim McMahon was exactly what they needed in the locker room. You needed the guy that got fined in 11 of the weeks of that season.
Right.
Yep.
11.
He liked headbands.
Like, I mean, come on. This is the thing, right?
That sunglasses.
The guy who slept, the quarterback who slept in meetings, right? And that Ditka literally had to be pulled apart from 4 times in that season during a game. You can't, I mean, it can't be both ways. It's never simple in that can you win football games? Can you make the 15 throws? And is he the guy that makes the 15 throws and the 4 athletic plays a game that makes you a top-level quarterback in the NFL? The answer is yes. The answer is yes.
Which we will see.
No. The 15 throws, he went his tape work on making the 15 throws that a quarterback can make in the NFL. There's nobody in the draft that can make those 15 throws like Caleb
So
Williams.
you're taking Caleb. Okay, first of all, what you said, we'll agree on this big time. But first of all, Caleb Williams is awesome. Dude is off the chains. They should have never got rid of Justin Fields.
I'm with you.
You had first pick and 9th pick. Trade up. Do whatever you get offensive lineman. Justin Fields is a dude that's, to me, it's a generational type quarterback if he's surrounded by the right piece. First of all, he's running for his life 9 out of 10 plays. You had the piece in there. So you're taking, who would you take in that second pick?
Well, no. If I'm not taking, so if I have
so
to
I'm saying
take
today, the way it is today.
If I
so
have
taking
to take
Caleb Williams at QB 1,
I would have apologized to Justin Fields, first of all.
But that's you can't now because he's already gone.
I would too if you traded him to the Steelers.
I'm saying today. So you're the GM right now today, DB.
Ryan
TP.
Poles.
So your first pick, you're taking Caleb. You got the 9th pick as well. Who are you taking in your 9th pick?
Depending on who's there, if I'm wise, I'm only going to take a left tackle or a tight end.
Penn State O-lineman.
So you can get Brock Bowers probably.
Listen, if I'm the easiest way to make a young quarterback great is to get him a silverback to protect him.
Yep.
And to get him that dude at the tight end spot that is easy see, easy throw, clear windows,
and can block as well.
And can block. Well, I don't care if he can block. I need for him to bail out my quarterback, my young quarterback.
Yeah.
Yep. Need a safety valve.
Yep.
Oh, folks, it's the NFL draft. Again, we love these discussions, man. We love it.
Hey, I got a fun fact for you.
You got to be real quick because we're way past beyond break.
Who is John Wayne drafted by?
That's way before my time.
But you got to tell him. You got to ask his real name first, Francis.
So John Wayne was drafted by the Atlanta Falcons. It was a late round pick. I believe it was Roman Gabriel. I think, he was coaching the Falcons, and he was a big John Wayne fan. He drafted John Wayne in late rounds for the Falcons. However, John Wayne was 63 at the time.
63.
Oh, well then. He can still get up and down.
So I'm thinking if the Broncos have a free pick later tonight, or maybe on Sunday if they want to draft me. Yeah.
You said draft me.
Draft me.
Folks, we got one more segment left. We went way over, but man, that was fun. We went way over, but that was a good time.
Jim McMahon's a franchise quarterback.
We'll be right back.
You don't have to pay for anything.
Drive 937 The Ticket.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs. Bagels & Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in April. Try their brand new cake batter cream cheese on any breakfast sandwich. And try the caramel latte, as 10% of proceeds from that drink will go to the Foundation for Lincoln Public Schools. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels & Joe.
24/7 threat monitoring, expert tech support, streamlined communications. Allo has a solution for that. Protect your business with Allo Business. Comprehensive firewall security, Microsoft Teams voice-integrated communications, cybersecurity and IT support managed by experts. From productivity to peace of mind, Allo has a solution for that. Allo means business. Protect your business by visiting allofiber.com/business.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. Spring is here, summer is fast approaching. With weddings, vacations, and weekend getaways on your mind, do not let car issues prevent you from getting where you need to be. Car problems shouldn't be something that you put up with. Let us get you back on the road in comfort and safety. We diagnose all makes and models from Porsches to Hondas, Toyotas, and Chevrolets. We fix a variety of issues with all of them with our talented techs and our experienced staff. A1 Automotive at 11th and L, downtown Lincoln, always honest answers.
Do you need motivation to get to the gym on the weekend or even in general? Tune into the Movement Hour each Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m. Movement Academy owner Robert Kuhlman will host the show as he introduces new ways to stay in shape. The Movement Hour every Saturday morning from 10 to 11 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you tired of living in pain? It's time to take control. At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, we're your one-stop shop for expert care in Lincoln. From broken bones to complex reconstruction, our skilled team will help you get back on track. Visit prairieortho.com today and discover why we're the trusted choice for thousands of patients. Don't let pain hold you back. Take the first step towards a better, pain-free life with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins. Call 402-489-4700.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, and our annual spring sales event is now underway. We have absolutely huge savings right now at Coppell. New Sierras and new Silverados have a double whammy. Choose from APR starting at 1.9% or discounts over $9,000. Yes, that's right, 1.9% APR or discounts of over $9,000. So please take that short money-saving drive down 144th Street just south of the interstate, or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with approved credit.
Grandma and Grandpa, Mom and Dad, then the kids, and now the grandkids. Judson Irrigation has provided lawn sprinkler system design, installation, repair, and service to 4 generations. They're just like members of the family. Loyalty, trust, service. It's what you deserve and expect from Judson Irrigation.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Hey there, fellas. It's your girl Jordan with Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Women may be complicated, but I make sure buying jewelry isn't. Your gal has a style, and you can figure this out. Is she more of a classic necklace kind of gal, or does she rock the boho chic vibe with layers of delicate bracelets? This is crucial intel. Not trusting your intel? Stop in the store and we'll sort out the details. I promise to make this super easy. Until next time, this is Jordan at Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Happy shopping, guys.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
The Omaha Supernovas are back in action this Friday, April 26th versus the Grand Rapids Rise at CHI Health Center in Omaha. The Mullen Motors pregame show with Derek Pierce and Renee Saunders starts at 6 p.m. with first serve at 7. Make sure to tune in to the next Ag Appraisal and Realty postgame show right after the match ends. Catch all the action on your flagship station, 93.7 The Ticket, and statewide on the Supernovas Radio Network.
The Sea of Red will fill Memorial Stadium on Saturday for the Red-White Spring Game. Start your day off right with the Elway Power Sports of Lincoln Spring Game Tailgate Show from 8 to 11 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket. All your favorite ticket personalities will prepare you for what to watch and players to keep track of. It's the Elway Power Sports of Lincoln Spring Game Tailgate Show from 8 to 11 a.m. on Saturday on 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com, and statewide on TV at Allo 961.
Hi, I'm Senator Bo Ballard. I was born and raised in Lancaster County, learning the value of hard work and grit at a young age. I built my own company, creating jobs right here in our community. I know that families and businesses in our community need lower taxes, lower cost of healthcare, and a great education. That's why, as your senator, I helped pass the largest tax cut and made the most significant investment in education in Nebraska history and worked to reduce the cost of healthcare. I'm Senator Bo Ballard, and I humbly ask for your vote on May 14th. Paid for by Ballard for Nebraska.
Not many businesses can say they've made it 60 years, but Madsen's Bowling and Billiards can. With 12 bowling lanes and the biggest pool room in Nebraska, where else would you go to enjoy an afternoon or evening? There's a great daily specials like $2 Tuesdays, games of bowling, shoe rentals, draft beers, and tacos, all just $2 each. Have a delicious burger at EJ's Lounge before or after your bowling or pool session, and you'll leave satisfied. Madsen's Bowling and Billiards at 47th and Dudley.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. We are wrapping up another show. This segment is proudly sponsored by Florial's Italian Restaurant and Grill on 14th and Pine Lake Road, just south of Lincoln Southwest High School. Florial's Italian Restaurant provides a cozy, family-friendly setting where good food and good company come together. All you have to do is visit FlorialsNE.com or call 402-423-5576 to make reservations or place takeout orders or get some catering. So if you're a team or event, Florial's.
You know,
give
that's
them a
making
call.
me hungry, man.
Give them a call.
Raff, as you know, I'm flying to Phoenix at 2:30. I'm not going to connect with Nick. I doubt that, man. They doing a bachelor
Party!
thing. I'll be in. I don't know where I'm going to be at. I think I'm in Chandler. Those guys are going to maybe in Scottsdale or something like. Which all that stuff runs together. But that's making me think about food because they got good Italian food down there. We got the black shirt in the house. Real fast, Terrell. Finishing up this the draft order. You got the Broncos at 12. Raff, real quick. Who would you take? Trade down. Trade down.
Get some capital, and then either go for maybe a Bo Nix or a Spencer Rattler.
Okay. All right. Terrell at 8 was
All
your
right, all right.
At your 8, Terrell, you had the your Falcons at number 8. What would you, if you're the GM there right now, back at the crib, back home in Atlanta, what are you looking for?
Pass rusher. I'm looking for a guy that can be that next D end or D tackle that can really take it to the next level and help this defense out. Falcons got a good secondary. Great offense. So now you got the pieces for offense. Now you want to work on the defense. So I think we take probably 3 picks of defense coming in this draft.
And the defense backed up.
Yeah. I think we need a great edge rusher.
Dallas Turner, possibly.
Yeah, Dallas Turner, probably.
Chop. What's his last name? Chop Henderson? Help me here. Chop somebody.
Yeah.
I'm looking.
Where is he?
Chop Robinson.
Chop Robinson.
Thank you.
Chop Robinson out of
Penn State.
Yeah. He was a beast. Yeah. He was a beast all year. So you got the Raiders at 13, Saints at 14, Colts at 15, Seahawks at 16, Jaguars at 17, Bengals at 18, Rams at 19, Steelers at 20. If I'm the Steelers, I'm going interior lineman.
Yep.
Especially offensive line. That was the thing that killed us last year. I'm definitely going interior line, offensive line. They've got a lot of things they took care of in their offseason as far as linebackers, secondary, things of that nature. Made some trades offensively, obviously Russell and Fields, but Steelers at 20. Dolphins at 21, 22 with the Eagles, 23 the Vikings. Cowboys at 24. What do you think the Cowboys are going to look for? Just out of curiosity. Pete, if you're listening, what you guys looking at?
Cowboys.
Think about that, y'all.
Probably running back.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Because you just got one. You got Pollard.
Pollard's gone.
I mean, Pollard's gone.
Yeah.
You just have what now there? No bona fide starter.
They signed Royce Freeman, former Denver Bronco.
They need a running back. They need a running back. Packers at 25, Buccaneers at 26. If you're a Packer fan, because we got a lot of Packer listeners, Raff and guys, real quick, what would you go with? Josh, who would you go with as a Packer? Who would you pick?
Oh, God. I pass.
Not a bad team.
They weren't, man.
Surprised me last year. Jordan Love, he got plenty of receivers, but they no-name guys.
They don't have a deep
I was
threat.
going to say receiver.
They don't have a deep threat, man.
Yeah.
I was going to say receiver.
Is the guy that transferred here from South Dakota?
Samori Toure.
Is he still there?
He's there. He doesn't play a ton.
He's with Christian Watson. I'd say tight end, actually, now that I think about it. You could use tight end.
If tight end would work, but I'm going for somebody who can stretch the field. Because they do not. Jordan Love does not have one guy on that receiving core that's going to make me think we better watch this guy going deep. I mean, got a lot of possession receivers. You know, that'll get you some yards. But I mean, someone who can bust the defense wide open. Green Bay doesn't have that right now. You got the Buccaneers at 26. You got the Cardinals at 27. You got the Bills at 28. If you're the Bills, are you replacing Stephon?
Receiver. You got to get a receiver.
Yeah.
They're one to potentially trade up to get a receiver.
I was going to say, when was the last time we saw the Bills really be aggressive in the draft?
They got to get a receiver.
You need to.
Well, you think about the Bills; they've been good. So, I mean, I'll put it this way: they went deep in the playoffs so much they didn't have a lot of picks.
Yep.
You know, so they had kind of their knees. But now they definitely need a receiver.
Trade for a receiver.
Absolutely. You got Detroit Lions at 29. You got the Ravens at 30. 49ers at 31. Chiefs at 30.
I don't know if the Lions will have any money to even pay their draft picks after yesterday. Good Lord, they went on a spending spree.
They made some signings.
Penei Sewell, over $100 million, highest paid lineman,
Mm-hmm.
and Amos St. Rob Brown for over $100 million.
How long was Amos for St. Brown's?
Oh man, I didn't
Let me look it up.
Didn't even look at the terms.
And I know the chunk was a huge.
I just saw
money.
they dumped out over $200 million in contracts. I was like, well done, guys.
Hey, look, they gave Patrick Mahomes $500 million.
4 years,
what's the difference?
Yeah, but Patrick though he can reassign that though.
Yeah.
He can restructure that.
Detroit,
and they had money.
Detroit's got something special going
For
on there.
for an offensive guard, that's a lot of money.
St. Brown.
Detroit got something special going on. They're gonna be here for a while. So they're gonna, their next goal is to get to the NFC Championship. And once they get there, hey, Detroit might get that first Super Bowl. Have they ever won a Super Bowl?
Nope.
Might get that first one. I say in 5 years.
Detroit is a scary team, man.
Yeah.
They are a very scary team. People can mock them all they want. And I'll tell you what, keep mocking them, see what happens.
It's going to be interesting to see what they do with Jared Goff. They sat down to look at an extension.
What's Goff's current right now, Josh?
I know it's coming up to where
he's got about a year left on
he's
this
going to
one.
have to resign, and they've discussed it, but they're a long way apart. And would the Lions do something and be like, well, okay, maybe we'll go elsewhere? That
So
might be
they
the
have
only-
to. He's not that guy.
What's his contract?
Yeah, he is. This is as of January 30th. He is currently on a 4-year, $134 million deal that he signed ahead of the 2019 season when he was still with the Rams.
This is last year.
Yeah, that included a then NFL record guaranteed $110 million.
Yeah, so he got that
You
money.
guys- he's not that guy no more. He's not that guy.
I got another funny NFL draft
Give him
story.
$5 more million. That's it.
He got $110 million guaranteed.
I want to
Give him 115 guaranteed this time. He's not worth. He's not even worth 150. Look, I would take him probably back down to.
Oh, that money's guaranteed. Though.
Yeah.
They can't do nothing with that.
Oh no, I'm just saying. I mean, the next contract, I won't be so.
No, you can't.
Happy
give him
for
that.
you.
No, you can't give him that type of money.
Yeah.
Not again.
I think he's good enough to get the job done. Obviously, pending he's got the right pieces around him, guys like Jahmyr Gibbs, Amon Ross, St. Brown, a good defense, and Hutchinson and the guys.
Yeah.
But again,
and Hutch is only year 3?
This is going to be year 3.
Yeah.
So I just, again, kind of, if we want to go back to the franchise QB debate, a guy that could get it done, but you talk about his talents, Black Shirt, and kind of what his contract is actually worth. I don't know if that guy.
I'm not giving that type of money.
Nope.
No.
What'd you say, Raff?
Oh, I was just going to say, I want the Denver Broncos to be like 1973 Washington Redskins, George Allen. He traded one pick to 2 teams, and he drafted 2 players with them, and the NFL didn't find it until the following year after they'd made the playoffs for the first time in 30 years.
That's some stuff right there that would never
So,
fly again.
so the Broncos don't have enough draft choices, so maybe they can throw maybe one out twice or 3
How
times.
many picks y'all got?
What's that?
How many picks the Broncos got?
They got number 12, and then they got 2 third-rounders, and then they got some 4th and 5th and 6th and 7th.
Yeah.
Enough to reload.
We shall see. What we got, RGT, my man?
RGT. All right, everybody. Today's Raff's Good Take goes out to A1 Automotive's head mechanic, Kurt Charton. Kurt has just dealt with some crazy health ailments over the last couple of months and was able to see him last night. And it was just so good just to see him, shake his hand, just tell him, it's just amazing what he's went through. And I'm just so happy that, he's doing good and he's fighting, and just his outlook on life is just amazing. And Kurt, your Raff's Good Take. Just continue fighting, brother. We love you, and you are Raff's Good Take.
Love it, man. Kurt is the epitome. In fact, he's going to be mine as well. Raff is part of the thing I'm going to say today. The 80 Attitude Adjustment is sponsored by Integrated Life Choices. ILC is hiring for direct support professionals all over the state of Nebraska, full-time, part-time, days, evenings, and weekends. Help ensure a meaningful life for the people you love and support, and helping to achieve their hopes and dreams. Apply at ilc.net/careers. Kurt Chart is an amazing dude, man. Has been there for my family a number of times, vehicle-wise, but mostly as a person. And the times we were texting back and forth when he was laid up in the hospital, I said, bro, you got to take it one moment at a time. because you can think about, this afternoon or next week or next month and this pain. You got to take it one moment at a time, because reality is this: we can't do nothing about yesterday. Tomorrow ain't promised. So take care of this moment one day at a time. So, folks, whatever you're dealing with, one moment at a time, because the only thing you have is this moment. Kurt, man, it's good to see you back healthy again at this moment, brother. Raff, take us on home, man.
All right, everyone. It's been another fun show. NFL draft tonight with the first pick.
And we'll say this real quick, too, real fast. John Goodwin, I know you loved all that Bears talk. Hey, Terrell, he was like, keep talking to Bears. I love this stuff.
With the first pick in the NFL draft.
Bears are still going to be trash.
The Chicago Bears.
They can get the number one pick. That's all they got. Another quarterback who's going to run for their life.
You know what's going to happen? This is what's going to happen.
Sorry, John.
Chicago Bears are going to get up to make the first pick tonight. They're going to run out of time. The pick is going to defer. And
If something like that happen, everybody be fired.
It has happened.
It could happen.
Yes.
That's the Bears.
Trash.
All right. Be nice to each other. We'll talk to you tomorrow.